I thought of another Kinks Zappa connection. No idea how I missed this one, but they both have songs called King Kong. Zappa's is an instrumental. The Kinks is an awesome little one that's not an instrumental, and they're both great. And yeah, that's another connection. Don't know how I missed it. All right, on to this video. All right, welcome people. I'm Shaggy, the opinionated hippie. I recently posted my top 10 Kinks songs. After I made the list, prior to making the video, I made the list. I realized that none of the songs on that list were released after 1971. The most recent one was Muswell Hillbilly's opening track, 20th Century Man. The other 9 were all from albums released prior to that one, including Percy, which was released right before that one. And I thought, well, that's not fair. You can't really expect all those other albums to compare to what I think are 6 albums of near perfection. The run from Face to Face to Muswell, not counting Percy because it's a soundtrack album, plus a couple songs from those early albums. So I thought I would do a second video and sort of a consolation round of my top 10 songs from all of the albums released after 1971, starting with Everybody's in Showbiz, going through Phobia, my 10 favorite. It's hard to narrow it down again. This list was as hard to make as the original list, as I said. Not as hard, obviously, because it's not, I don't know. These aren't 11 through 20. I'm not even thinking these are 11 or 12. Might be 13. Number one might be 13. But who knows? I've yet to make a list past 10 of all of them. But these are just the 10 that I think are the best from everything after 71. I've said that a couple times. And that's it. I'm going to go through them without putting any sort of visuals on the screen. Then when I'm done with all of them, I will put the list up there for you to look at for you visual learners. Let's get on with the list. Number 10, from their last album, Phobia, Hatred, a duet. It's a duet. It's the last chance Ray and Dave get to air out all their grievances in a song in which they duet. It's a long song. Nice, healthy 6 minutes for the Kinks, which is long. Got a really nice Tom Petty early rock, just basic bare bones rock, but kind of upbeat, up tempo, heavy on the percussion type vibe. Just good energy. Neat to hear them airing out their grievances one last time. It seems like on every album, there's at least one chance one of them gets to complain or compliment or deal with the other in song terms. So it's nice that they get to finish out that decades long musical relationship, not just the one that they live in their real life, but the one they sort of play out on albums. It's nice that they get to do that one more time. And it's a really good song. One of the highlights of that last album. Number 10, Hatred, a duet. Number 9, just a song I really, really, really like. A nice hard rock, up-tempo rock number, The Hard Way, off Schoolboys in Disgrace. I just love that opening. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. Just a really nice opening riff. Some nice guitar playing from Dave throughout. I love sort of Ray's sort of affected delivery, and the way he delivers it. There's a lot of personality in this song. A little sneering kind of attitude, a little contemptuous, a little bit of attitude. But it's a fun song. I first heard it on the live One for the Road. It wasn't their opening song. They opened with this instrumental sort of medley type, not really a medley. I think they just kind of jammed on You Really Got Me, like an instrumental jam on You Really Got Me. Then they would go right into The Hard Way to open those shows in the 80s. Really nice opening number. But the studio version hits as hard as the live version. Really, really good, short, nice, punch in the gut rock number. Like it, The Hard Way. Number 8, the title track from Think Visual. Love this song. Upbeat, catchy, nice up-tempo, nice again, some really good chorded guitar playing from Dave. Kind of is almost in the similar line of The Hard Way, but a little more poppy and a little more upbeat, sillier type number. But I don't know. I really like it. I usually don't do this, but I almost put the following song, Natural Gift, on here. It's another really good poppy number. I think that combination of the two of them on the second side of Think Visual really lift that side up to great heights. But I really like this song. It's just, again, they're just kind of treading some of the same pop rock ground that they've done for the previous decade when this came out. But they do it well, and it's catchy, and it's got hooks. It's just a really, really fun song. Number 7, Do It Again, the opening track on Word of Mouth. Nice guitar playing from Dave. I like the lyrics. I like the whole idea of like you got to get up and do it again. Again, Ray's taking sort of like the dullness and the repetitiveness of everyday life and getting up and do it again. But he's putting it in this really upbeat, fun pop number that like you just can't resist. It's got some nice production values in it. The way it comes in with this boom, almost like you're waking up out of a dream, and boom, the day has begun. Are you ready to do it? Do it, do it again, do it again. A really nice number. I like this song. Number 6, the opening track off State of Confusion. State of Confusion. Anybody else hear London Calling in this? Like it almost sounds like somebody was listening to London Calling a lot and thought they would try to kind of make that enough so it wasn't copyright issues or plagiarism, but kind of do their own version of London Calling, especially that intro. Yeah, another good hard rock number from the Kinks, doing their, I don't know, hard rock is a weird word because it's not like hard rock in the sense of like a Deep Purple hard rock, but it's hard rock for the Kinks. Some really good guitar energy, kind of aggressive, just really good energy, just an all around really strong opener to that album, I think. Yeah, I don't know, another really fantastic song. Again, they're not really treading any new ground or breaking any new ground or doing anything different. They're just delivering really solid rock pop performances. Number 5, No More Looking Back off Schoolboys in Disgrace. This has some really neat prog energy throughout it. It sounds like another 70s band, especially there's like a main guitar lick that gets repeated a couple times that reminds me of another 70s sort of rock band, but I can never quite put my finger on who it is. But then there is, I think it's the chorus in here, in which it's this really long sort of like spiel that Ray gives, and it's just kind of sounds like nothing else the Kinks have done. It's a really neat way that Ray frames it. The melody is really kind of catchy. It's got just this really neat momentum about it, and it kind of doesn't really sound like anything else. It's the penultimate track on Schoolboys in Disgrace. It's kind of buried, back there towards the back, but it really is, I think, like when you get there, it just validates the whole rest of the album. It's such a good song on that album, especially where it arrives, but it's also a good song apart from that album. That's No More Looking Back. Number 4, You Don't Know My Name, a Dave Davies song off Everybody's in Showbiz. Little country vibe, little southern rock vibe, little Marshall Tucker band vibe. Just a really nice, kind of fun, kind of upbeat, little different musical sort of template than they usually play with from Dave Davies. You Don't Know My Name. Number 3, another song off Word of Mouth, Summer's Gone. Really like this song. Another one of those looking back on your life, remembering things from your childhood. There's a really nice little section in here where Ray's like, Dad was driving the car and the kids were driving him mad, and Dad's reflecting on what it's like to be with these kids and they're driving him crazy, but like, man, these summers are gone, man, and I know they were rough and like you maybe didn't appreciate them at the time, but now looking back it's like, man, these summers are gone and I wish they were here and I wish I had my family and I wish I had these moments back and I wish I could just revisit this time with my family. And it's, I don't know, it's a really neat song lyrically, musically. It's got a really nice sort of piano driven pop sound. Kind of reminds me of, no, it doesn't. I'm just saying, Situation Vacant made my previous list to give that away, but just that piano, anytime they use a piano, I think it just gives their songs sort of a different feel, and they do it very, very, very well. Number 2, Sweet Lady Genevieve off of Preservation Act 1. Just a really neat acoustic bass, upbeat, sort of feel-good little rocker. Again, there's a story to who Sweet Lady Genevieve is, and I think she's moving the story along. I don't care about the story on this album, but this song, third song on the album, is just so catchy. Just Ray Davies at his absolute just perfect songwriting. Nice little breezy, upbeat little number. And then my favorite off the most underrated album in their catalog, Stormy Sky off Sleepwalker. A nice little Steely Dan, late 70s AM radio sort of soft rock number with hands down some of Ray's best singing. I don't know if what he's going for, if that's an actual falsetto or what it is, but he's got this really nice delivery that just sounds so 70s AM radio in the best way possible. Just I cannot get enough of that song. I will re-listen to Sleepwalker over and over, just to like hear that song. And it's deep on the second side, or it's in the middle of side two, so it's like got to get through a lot, but an absolutely fantastic album. If you haven't checked out Sleepwalker, go check that album out. Underrated little 70s masterpiece. But yeah, that's it. Those are my top 10 post 1971 Kinks songs right there. Look, that's all of them right there in print form. I don't know. Tell me which ones. I could have added. I think someone made this comment on my previous video. You can make another top 10 list of this era, and it would still be full of top 10 classic songs. Like, this was a hard list to make. And like, can you only imagine how hard the actual top 10 list was. But that's how deep these waters run as far as excellent songs that the Kinks have done. Like, just a stupidly phenomenal band. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, if there's songs I missed, let me know. I could easily throw out 20 honorable mentions, but I don't do honorable mentions, people. I don't. I'm committing to this list. You tell me what I missed, what I'm wrong, all that stuff. Subscribe, comment, like, share, and most importantly, go listen to music. Go listen to these songs if you don't know, because these are great songs. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. And I'm also going to do one more Kinks video. At least one more Kinks video, because there are 10 great songs. Actually, there's like 30 great songs that actually were never on an officially studio released album. They've been released as like B-sides, singles, extra tracks on albums, compilations, and some of those are better than all of these, and maybe even better than some of the ones on my original list. But that's it. I'm done yakking. Thanks for watching. See you later.